This is typical. It's Poppy and Moonshadow. September 30th, 1989. There's Sweet Pea. Just a happy little family. Yeah, Sweet Pea's hiding. She says no more. Poppy, come here. Poppy's very protective of Sweet Pea. She's trying to play, but she knows she's hurt right now, so she can't. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come here, Sweet Pea. There you go. That's what he does to the water dish. John gets so mad at him. Moonshadow Lee. There was a red alert. Seems to be a lot of activity today. He's got his whole head in there. Diving for ice cubes. It's a new game. His feet must be ice cold. He just stands there. Oh, what's that? Dad's home. Oh boy. Dad's home. That's a big deal. He was at work this morning. They all go in there. He's avoiding the camera, maybe. They're all in a dither. There he is. There's John.
Oh, hello. Hey. Here we go. Here you go, Papa.
Treats. He's the treat man. He's the treat man, Mr. Treats. Oh, yes. How's work?
Fine.
It's over.
Yeah?
Well, I already filmed the ice cube in the dish routine. Poppy, you better get a drink before he empties that. Okay, we're going to fade out here. There's John. He's unwinding after working for 4 hours. What time did you get in? 7?
Yep, 7 o'clock.
Okay. I'm going to go for a walk around the yard and we'll just look at what Rick's favorite thing, flowers. Now if you see the camera do a double flip, it's because I tripped over a dog. It's sunny this morning. We've had a couple of weeks of real rainy weather after Hugo. Here's my hanging plants. Everything's getting kind of droopy this time of year. There's the doggy door. It's my Norfolk. gardenia. There's a southern belle. You know, this plant had, the first bunch of southern bells were early this summer. And then for some reason this one did a double batch. Now these second ones aren't as big as the other ones. The first ones are like huge dinner plate size, but it was kind of exciting that it bloomed twice. If you hear a little panting, that's my sidekick, Shadow. This is a pineapple guava. It's the toughest plant in the yard because it has to be in the corner. It gets a lot of dog action. There's our pampas. We're hoping that they get... Let's see, there's a butterfly. We're trying to plant lots of stuff that'll attract hummingbirds and butterflies. And this is the crepe myrtle. It's done blooming now. This one will bloom in the fall. It's yellow. And this is the bottle brush. And it's gorgeous. It blooms pretty much all year round. I don't think it's got anything going now. We've got baby palm trees all over here. I'm probably walking in doggy-doo. There's a honeysuckle. In the back corner of our yard, and there's a ditch that runs through these subdivisions because we're so low in the sea level that they have to provide for drainage and storms. So there's a big crisscross right here where our backyard is. And it gives us the illusion of having a bigger yard. And you wouldn't believe the wildlife that we have here. We have great blue heron, and we had a great big hawk, and of course all kinds of birds. And then the city comes through, and just when these are getting real pretty with growth, they come and dig them out because they are meant just for drainage during big storms. There's a canoe. This is one of the palms that we brought from the lake. This is like a red grass. I forget the name of it, but it's real pretty. I hope it stays through the winter. This is the first winter for it. I've got all kinds of exotic things here. There's my apple tree. This was one of the only trees that were in the yard, and it was half dead. And we've got it alive now. We're hoping maybe next year it'll actually have apples. Down this middle row we want to put in some raised garden beds for vegetables and flower gardens, and we want to plant some more trees like pecan. They do really well here. Here's another bottle brush. They call them bottle brush because the ends of each stem look like one of those bottle cleaners you use in your kitchen. Now, almost everything we have, when we moved from the lake, was small, and it's just gotten big already, and it's absolutely beautiful. They're sago palms. They grow incredibly slow, and they have some around that are hundreds of years old. Oops, someone just came and bit my foot. Wonder who that is. That's some kind of a holly. It's grown really well. Now we're trying to plant all kinds of vines along the fence to attract hummingbirds and to give us a barrier. This is a real pretty rose that blooms pink, Seven Sisters, but it blooms in the spring. We've got azaleas. I think I saw a morning glory blooming here. Okay, there's my morning glory. You know, I planted these pitiful little seeds, and too late in the year from when they're supposed to be planted. Blooms. And so next year I'm really going to plant them here. They should do really well. Well, here's my climbing peace rose. There's a new one. This has pretty much bloomed throughout the year, and the vine itself is getting humongous. It's like going to town on this fence. It gets these big spikes in the air, and then when they get pliable enough, we pin them down. And of course, you know, this is the last day of September, so things are looking pretty battered from the long hot summer. But each plant in its prime is gorgeous. It's trouble. Hi, Shadow. Hi, Bubby. Come here. He says, I won't do what you want me to do. Why would I ever do that? Mimosa tree. John loves this tree. Oh, who is it? There's Miss Sweet Pea. Hi, Bubby. Hi, Bubby. Oh, you're such a pretty girl. You are so pretty. She's really enjoying herself. She was starting to act a little bit old and lazy. And then we got that puppy in her life, and she's just... she's just Mother Earth to that thing. She lets him do anything. Once in a while she tries to like get away. She gets tired of it, but she's really patient. And he tests her patience. That's for sure. Just chews on her. There's my greenhouse. And there's my grape arbor. John built that not that long ago, and we planted this new strain of grape that's called the Orlando Seedless. And it's supposed to be like the green ones you buy in the store without seeds, because most grapes that grow in this area have seeds in them, and they don't really taste that good. So we're excited. We got 2 of them. One's doing real good, but they're brand new. So we probably won't see anything for a couple years, and I'm sure the birds will help us eat them. Oh, good. Isn't that cute, huh? Isn't that cute? Sweet Pea also teaches them how to fight. Like a lot of this, there's, unbeknownst to us, there's a lot of lessons going on here. She's teaching them how to growl and be ferocious, and then mainly she's just trying to stay out of his way a lot of the time. He just doesn't quit. He's like a kid. He doesn't know when to quit. Poppy kind of gets her 2 cents worth in there. He's getting big so fast. He was just a little blob, and now he's about half the size of the girls. He doesn't weigh that much yet, but see, Poppy's limping. She likes the air conditioning. This summer she doesn't enjoy hanging out. Sweet Pea does. They all got baths yesterday. I gave them baths. That was exhausting, because you have to lather them up with flea soap and then let it sit on them for 10 minutes before you rinse them off. So you got these 3 soapy rats running around the yard all flipped out. Well, there's Harvey the RV. We have him parked here. Haven't had him out for a while, but he's ready. John starts him up every weekend. There's the shed. We moved that from the lake. We moved everything from the lake. There's a palm tree we moved from the lake. And then our big palm. There's my hammock. It's actually already getting old and rotting. There's my greenhouse. We didn't move that from the lake. But here's my the big palm tree. This is the one that I got for John as a surprise out at the lake. And then when we decided to move here, I couldn't bear leaving it, so we moved that too. This is a bougainvillea. Beautiful color. There's a massive dog fight going on here. It's just playing, but if you hear the sound effects. This is a bougainvillea that hasn't bloomed yet. I'm mad at it. It's a variegated one. Poppy, sweet. Good puppies. We can't let Poppy get too excited because of her leg. That's why we kind of panic. Looks like we knocked some plants down already. Girls just want to have fun. Sweepy just wants to take a nap. Oh, he's full of it. We call him the Tasmanian Devil. He can be lovey too, about once a day. Oops, he's winkling. He doesn't lift his leg yet. You know he's winkling because it's the only time he's not moving. Now this is an alamander vine. This is one of the few things I've gotten to root so far. I got a whole bunch of them. They root like crazy, so I'm really going to take off with them and get them going in pots and then get them going along the fence. This one's late, but it's because I transplanted it, so that's a major victory. Here's another new rose. This is one of John's roses that he brought home. Actually, my flowers aren't that pretty right now. It's really been a hot summer. But it's amazing how well they do. Tapioca tree, actually where they get tapioca from. We moved this from the lake and it was really struggling. We were afraid that it had froze in February, but now it's doing real good, so it should be protected back here. Now here's our little back corner where we have a lot of bird activity. John got me that blue heron, and the blue heron that lives in the neighborhood sometimes sits up in the tree and looks at this guy. I think he has a crush on him. We have lots of cardinals. I don't know if we'd get any today. It's kind of late for them. They like to come in the early morning and the late afternoon. Well, here's Mr. Shadow, and he's chewing on what's called a hoofy, and it's a cow hoof sterilized, and for the dogs just absolutely love chewing on them. And when they get them wet, they smell like a stockyard. We have to monitor the hoofy chewing because they get a little jealous. I was hoping we could get some features on him. He's pretty hard to photograph because he's all black. Black tongue. He's working pretty hard. Goodbye, Mr. Shadow. Here's John trying to take a nap, and Shadow's joined him. He likes the hammock. We were rocking him in the hammock the other night, except for he got hammock sick. So he can't rock too much now. Oh, there's his face. It looks wet. Or is it just me? There's his little black tongue. He is kind of tired, I think. But he's a busy guy. Lots of places to go. I don't think he's going to sleep, do you? Say goodbye, Corks, as they fade into the sunset.
Come here, buddy.
This is my little orange tree. I almost forgot it. It's doing real good this year. We harvest these in like October. They're getting big. Well, here's our yard. There's our house. There's a 2-car. This is a palm, the Chinese fan palm that John got. It's really doing good. And this is a camellia that was here when we bought the house, and it's full of buds. It will bloom like in January. And you can see all the little buds on it. It's just full of flowers when it blooms. This is our side yard. And we have a banana going. That's a banana. Beneath it is elephant ear. And they both hopefully will produce more and get real big. And I'm starting to plant ferns and spider plants and all kinds of things here. And this is where I have my livestock. There's Mr. Cow. The girls really flipped out when I first put it there. They thought that they were real. There's another bossy over there. They like it there. You can see where it broke out of the back, but even the eyeballs are still there. I have to find out what they are. This is my Australian tree fern, and they get really big. They have like furry things that unfold. We had to move this over here because the puppy was attacking it and ripping it apart. This is that southern belle again, only from this side. It's a real wind's flapping her around pretty much. Now I'm on the other side of the house, the east side. This is bamboo. It started off with just a small plant, and I guess it'll become like a 30-foot circle of bamboo, and this is actually where the cane poles come from. It's doing really well. Back here I've got my pencil cactus. We also moved this away from the puppy because I guess it's poisonous, but that's doing real good. I planted all my bromeliads out here, and I think they'll do okay this winter. There's my pineapple. And that's a Confederate rose, and it's finally got buds on it. This flower starts out the day white and ends the day pink. That's one of my bromeliads. It's the only one really still blooming. It's a pretty flower. That Shadow in the garage, raising heck. And I have a big ponytail palm tree. He's doing real good. Down south they grow to be really big trees. My front garden is not as pretty as when Mom had it. I'm trying to keep it going. Some pretty daisies going right now. one lone rose. My bougainvillea hasn't bloomed this year, but it's sure doing good. And that's a heather. That's a hibiscus. It's not blooming right now. And there's another new rose. This is a peach color. It's a beaut. Hi, I'm in my greenhouse. I wanted to show you some of the things I'm doing. This is something real attractive, John. You want to zoom in on this? I'm rooting a bougainvillea. There's something I want to show. When I was at the beach, would you believe I found this? Are you zooming in on this, John?
Sure enough, I am.
Well, John didn't believe I found it either. I didn't find it, but I think it's kind of neat. It's a helmet. And I got this when I went to the beach. It's a sand dollar plaque. I have to paint it. And that's going to be the name of our place at Carabel Beach, the Sand Dollar. And I also got this anchor. I got to paint that. That's out of concrete. It's heavy. And this is my greenhouse. It's pretty empty right now. I'm going to have to fill it up when winter time comes. I want to show you what I found at the beach. This is a big find. This is called a crucifix fish, and you're going to have to zoom in on it, John. It's actually the spine of a fish, but there's a legend where it looks just like the crucifix, and I think I sent Ma a postcard of it, and here's the back of it. But this, when you find this, you're supposed to have good luck, and I found it right in the middle of Carabel Beach where we're going to build our house, so it was a good omen. And right now I'm just seeding things. I've got seeds going in here to start to grow over